The Atlas Cycle Company, a name whispered with reverence. Once their bikes ruled the racing circuit. Trophies gleamed, victories piled up. Then, the wins dwindled. The shine dulled. Atlas struggled to keep up. Top racers went elsewhere, lured by promises of better bikes, bigger wins. Atlas could no longer afford them. The workshop, once bustling, grew quiet. Dust gathered on forgotten tools and spare parts. The air hung heavy with the weight of past glories and present failures. The remaining mechanics, their faces etched with worry, worked with what they had. But everyone knew, the magic was fading. Atlas, once a name synonymous with victory, was fading into obscurity. Vijay, a scrawny teenager with bright eyes, joined as a helper. He was all energy and enthusiasm, a stark contrast to the prevailing gloom. While others saw only defeat, Vijay saw potential. He noticed the rust on the bike frames, the grime coating the workshop floor. He saw the loose screws, the tangled chains, the misaligned handlebars. Small errors, easily overlooked, but Vijay understood. These weren't just bikes, these were Atlas bikes. And Atlas bikes deserved better. So, Vijay took it upon himself to clean. He scrubbed the floors, dusted the shelves, polished the trophies. He organized the tools, arranged the spare parts, and wiped down every inch of the workshop. Slowly, the workshop began to change. The air, no longer thick with despair, vibrated with Vijay's quiet determination. His dedication, his sheer love for the bikes, was infectious. The other mechanics, inspired by his spirit, started joining in. Vijay didn't stop at cleaning. He studied the bikes, learning their every nook and cranny. He tightened loose screws, oiled chains, and adjusted brakes. He repainted faded logos, bringing back the lost shine. He rode the bikes himself, testing their limits, pushing them further. He started with small races, local competitions. He didn't win them all, not at first. But with each race, Vijay learned. He learned about the bikes, about himself, about the delicate dance between man and machine. And with each race, the Atlas Cycle, under his care, performed a little better. A fourth-place finish, then third, a second. Whispers began to circulate in the racing circles. The Atlas Cycle was back, not as a fading memory, but as a contender. The National Championship, the biggest race of the year. Vijay, astride a gleaming Atlas Cycle, stood at the starting line. He was an underdog, pitted against seasoned veterans with expensive foreign bikes. But Vijay had something they didn't. He had the heart of Atlas, the spirit of a company reborn. The whistle blew. Vijay, a blur of motion, surged forward. He rode with a quiet intensity, his every movement a testament to hours of practice, dedication, and love. The crowd roared, their cheers echoing Vijay's own beating heart. And then he crossed the finish line. First, Vijay, the boy who dared to dream, had done the impossible. He had brought Atlas back to its former glory. The crowd erupted. Atlas Cycle Company, once on the brink of oblivion, was back on top, and it was all thanks to a boy who believed in the power of hard work, dedication, and a little bit of polish.